So greetings to you. Greetings to you on this day, the 6th day of October in the year of the Pope 2025. I am Dr. Prasad, and I'm a real doctor. Welcome to Uncensored Guyana. Well, it's here. It is here. And I want you to understand, no monkey business. No monkey business. I want you to understand that. No bloodbath. No bloodbath. No protests. No disturbances. I want to say that clear. Your debt always follows you. Always follows you. As we always know, and we've heard before, death never dies. People die. Living things die. But death, as in if you do something, you'll pay for it, that never dies. Until you face the consequences, your death lives on. I ain't talking D-E-A-D or D-E-A-T-H. D-E-B-T-H I'm talking about. So however the pronunciation, however you understand it, I ain't talking about dead as in dead. No life. I'm talking death. As in, whatever a man soweth, so shall he reap. Whatever a man soweth. And note I say man, not woman. A man. So shall he reap. So ladies, I love you. My heart goes out to women in general. You open your legs and you allow a criminal to sow his seed into your birth canal. That criminal seed is going to produce criminal fruits. If he sow a bad seed, he's going to reap bad fruits. So if your baby daddy is a criminal, your babies will very well grow up to become fucking criminals. Whatever a man sow it, he sow his seed in you, you give birth, you'll give birth to criminals. That's in that sense. But generally, that's how it is. Whatever you sow, you think on the short term, It's all about now. Oh my gosh, I lost this. Oh, I have to get it. It doesn't matter whatever it takes. I have to get it. And again, let me talk to women. Even though sowing seeds in the sense of making babies are not necessarily your fault when your kids turn out to become bastards and fucking vagabonds and thugs, it's their fathers. The daddy's seed caused that. You also takes life for granted. Let me explain what I mean by that. You have your money. It's there. That's your seed. And you sow that money into avenues that has no direct impact on a positive return to you. And let me break that down. Meaning you have the seed, you have the money, and you lost junk food. You lost a bag. You lost a trip. You lost some girls' night out. You lost to socialize. You lost all these things. It's not fucking important. You just lost it. You have to have it now, 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 now. I want it, I want it, I want it. You have the seed. You sow that seed into those avenues that has no returns. What fruit do you expect from that? No returns. One of the consequences of the fruit that can bear you is that you can compromise your job, you can compromise your life, you can compromise your health, you can compromise your family ties, and most importantly, you can compromise your relationship. Simply because you desire something that you don't need, that you have to have now, fucking now, now, now. You can't wait until you really have a need for it. No, you want to taste the KFC now, you want to taste the pizza now, you want to taste this. Oh, you see this nice bag on advertised, you want it now. You don't need it, you just want it now. The consequences is you're broke after. That's on the woman's side. On the men's side, you need to get it now. You see that girl, you see that woman, oh, it's so enticing. Gosh, she's so sweet. You forget that she just have a pussy. That's it. She might be lauded with makeup. She may have on some fake boobs. She may have something that keeps her belly flat to make you think, oh, she's so teenage-ish. You see that. You want it now. And not want as in you want a relationship. You just want to fuck it now. You want to hit it. Oh my gosh, I got to hit that. I got to hit that. Oh my gosh, oh, I haven't hit that. What you do? You pursue her. She herself, being a slut, tells you, well, if you so desire me, how much you think I'm worth? They have a way of doing that. They don't tell you exactly up front. You have your last money, your last seed you have that you should pay your bills with. You should put some gas in your car. You should take you to work for a week or a month. That last money you have, but you have to taste that pussy now that you now see. You have to get it. You're like, oh my gosh, I lost it. You take all that money and you take her out to impress her, buy her a nice gift, and you fucking broke after that. That's the consequences of what you sow, you reap. You sow lust, you sow haste, you sow desperation, and you reap the benefits of that, which is nothing. To break it down so folks can understand that when we talk about sowing and reaping, it's not just about if you commit an act, no, it's a general principle. General principle. So now to the criminals, especially those watching from prison. If you are in prison and you're watching me from prison, to you I'll say, now you're regretting, right? Now you are regretting, because when you committed the act you committed, there was no need for you to do that. You just wanted to do it. And you wanted to do it then, now, you did it, now, and as a consequence to that bad act, seed that you sow, you're now in fucking prison. Consequences. Now, you see a nice shoe somewhere, you see something that trending, you want it now. You don't have the money, but you want it now. You have all these other things to do that are more important. But you want that shoe now. You want that sneakers now. You want to impress the girl now. You want that thing now. Now you want it. So you sow the bad seed of your actions and you reaped what you sow. You sow violence, you reap violence. You sow death, you reap death. You sow corruption, you reap the benefits of that. Because whatever you think you deserve, you want it now. No patience to work, no patience to follow the law, no patience to be faithful in your fucking relationship, no patience to be supportive in life, no patience to be a good citizen or a good neighbor. You don't have the patience for that because that is boring. That's boring. That's for like old people from the 1900s. It's not for the cool person today. The cool person today don't follow rules. They don't have time with that. If they get caught, they just pay a bribe somewhere. But everything you do, every action that you exercise makes a record, either in the universe, or the Christians would say the Lamb's Book of Life, and the Hindus would say karma. A record is there. In due time, it will return. Because the world is what? Round, as we say, right? What goes around comes around. If you don't have the patience to wait until I get to my main story, then switch off the live. Go to something else. I'm not here to entertain anybody. I'm here to make it as explicit as possible so folks understand the consequences for everything in life. They understand that. And here is a caution. While some of you may be new to this channel or new to Dr. Prasad, or you know me as Dr. Love and all these names, you know me as that. But while you may have missed or forgotten things I've said in the past, I want to remind you of something. A woman's vagina is the only vessel, biological entrance, or organ that is designed to accept and absorb sperm. The vagina, female vagina. A man's anus, a man's asshole, is the exit to a toxic region called the intestine. All the negativity that a man sheds from his body comes through his perspiration, his sweat, his urine, and his butthole. The negativity excretes that way. It goes out that way. When it goes out, the universe knows what to do with it. It is not for human consumption. Meaning, when you perform anal on a man, when two men are together and one is in the other one's butthole, and that one ejaculates in the other one's butthole, they call it buggery, right? When you go out, when your penis push out, it's a pump. When you breathe out sperm, you breathe in substance, energies. You breathe out sperm, you breathe in. For the penis to retract, it has to breathe in. So when you breathe out sperm in a man's butthole, you are breathing in toxic, negative, heavy energy in your body. And that travels through Your lifeline, which is the penis, goes into your scrotum and it distributes throughout your aura or your body. Hence, people who are constantly giving anal and receiving anal live a life of negativity, of pain, of disappointment, of depression, of frustration, of sadness, generally hell, even if they have a wife. And mostly they transfer that energy to their women. So the woman experiences that also being with a man. Nothing she does prosper. And she thinks somebody witchcraft her, somebody put some obeah on her. No. It's possible that the man you have is a fucking homo or bisexual. And he's bringing that negative energy from another man's butthole and passing it in your vagina, which is heaven's gate. Do you think there is any entrance, any welcome entrance for negativity to find its way into heaven? Sinners can't get there. You take bad bacteria from another man into your wife's or girlfriend's good vagina and you contaminate her. It's not just about AIDS or all these diseases. Energy is worst. That cannot be rid of. It stays with you for life. It's a curse for life. Like I said, as a man soweth, so shall he reaps. When you sow your dick in another man's ass, you reap negativity, curses on your life. Then you take that and you fuck around your wife or you fuck around women. Pay attention to what I'm saying because it's relevant to what I have to say. It is relevant. Now, to pause here, I wanted, and a lot of you may know this, on record, I am the first, I'm always the first person. I'm the first person almost a year ago who started with the talking point that the bridge that was under construction in Guyana should be called Irfan Ali River Bridge. It was I who first started saying that. There was nobody else on record. Everybody else who starts saying it after is because they spoke after me, even though a lot of them keep saying, oh, who's Dr. Prasad? Who's Dr. Love? Yeah, I'm around before all of you were even born yet. Most of you. I mean, I'm still young, but the point is, I'm in this business a long time. So the thing is, I said, Irfan Ali River Bridge, for what President Ali has done to Guyana, the way he has transformed Guyana in a short space of time, he should be awarded for that. Should be awarded for that. So I thought, rightly so, the bridge would have been most appropriate to be called Irfan Ali River Bridge. Keep pushing it. Somehow, politics got into play. Things got shoveled around. And we have now Bharat Jagdeo River Bridge. But if you have to say Bharat Jagdeo Demerara River Bridge, it's confusing, it's boring, it's confusing, and it's not a good selling point. Bharat Jagdeo River Bridge. That's it. You're done with it. We all know it's the Demerara River, right? We all know that. It's across the Demerara River. You don't need to assign the name Demerara also to the bridge. We all know it's a bridge across the Demerara River. So it's Bharat Jagdeo River Bridge over the Demerara River. Now, I support the initiative of naming the bridge after Bharat Jagdeo. But I would have preferred it called Irfan Ali River Bridge. That sounds sexy. It seems like the system is patronizing Barajaglia. But President Ali should have been compensated by having the bridge called Irfan Ali River Bridge. That's compensating him. But instead, we paid, not we, I wasn't a part of that decision. We patronize Vice President Barajaglia because all the things that President Ali was saying leading up to the announcement, I knew that was coming. It's like you want to break up with someone, but you're telling them all the good things, and then you start discrediting yourself to harbor some sympathy on the other person's part. So they're thinking, oh my gosh, you shouldn't feel that way. You're a good guy. No, I'm not good. I don't deserve you. I'm sorry, but it's me. It's not you. You're great. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're the star, the moon, the heavens, everything. It's just me, not you. And when you finish convincing the person that you're doing it for their benefit, you're looking out for them, you feel good. So I feel like all the things the president was saying is just to build us up so you don't have any kind of, it's like, hey, he's marketing Barajaglia, marketing, listen to all the things the guy did. I mean, he deserves it. Yeah. I understand that, President Ali. I get it. I get it. But not because all the rant and rave on your side, it means that I have to agree. I don't. And I'm just voicing that. I said the bridge should have been called Irfan Ali River Bridge. Because what Irfan Ali has done in 3 years, it is beyond miraculous. And ain't no oil money. Don't attribute that to no oil money. Because the bridge wasn't built with oil money. It was financed via loans. All the projects that's happening in Guyana are financed via loans. And how do you secure the loans? Trust. Trust. The international monetary systems, the banks and other countries realize that President Ali represents trust, reliability, responsibility, maturity. And if he is at the helm, they are certain that their loans will be repaid. On the basis of that, on the basis of his policies that has attracted businesses and saw the growth of Guyana's economy, on that basis, banks and countries and businesses invest. They take the gamble and invest because of the environment that President Ali's policies has created. Oil is not responsible for that. The policy of the president is responsible for that. Therefore, he single-handedly should be given credit. And the fact that he single-handedly oversaw the construction, completion of that massive masterpiece, rightly so. It was done in his time, on his presidency, and he should have the name there, but Irfan Ali River Bridge. He should have. If a president wants his name to be labeled on something, then let that something happen while you were president. Create environments so that you can get the kind of input you need, that things can happen. The Cheddi Jagan International Airport was rightly named, but it should have been done while he was alive. However, since President Barjagdio had a hand in shaping and molding the genius we have in President Ali, then yes, by default, congratulations, Vice President Jagdio, for having for being immortalized by your name being there enshrined into the masterpiece we have in Guyana. Congratulations. The next bridge over the Berbice River, we'll call that Irfan Ali River Bridge. So at least I'll get something. I didn't get the 40 seats. I got 37. How much is it? 36, 37? Still short 3. Why settle for that? I wanted 40 seats. If those idiots didn't vote for that low life, we would have gotten 40 seats. Because nobody would have voted for Aubrey Norton. All the potential votes, the 3 seats that we should have gotten, went to win because of those low-life hungry belly that voted for Azruddin Mohammed. And now, I must say, congratulations, you fucking idiots, for putting our country once again on the global market platform. Once again. Breaking news. The Mohammed's family, father and son, what a disaster. What a disaster. What a disaster. Father and son could face 100 years in prison. Could face that. Let's pause for a moment. And before that, I wanted to find out how we break this down. So I pulled something up, doing some deep diving. And I thought, let's get some insight from some credible sources. And my information from credible sources. And we've had situations where, sometimes you can't trust the newspapers, but so I haven't depended on them. This information that was gathered can only be gathered via embassy to embassy or governments to governments, because when you have these situations, normally the State Department or the court in the US that's responsible for this filing would not publicize these information on their website so quick. So for this to come out, it has to be via official means. And that means it's credible. You can trust it. So I wanted to find out what exactly I'm dealing with here. What's this whole how is this going to affect? What are these guys looking at right now? We're just dealing with them, the two, because when this case continues and it's in the process, all the other parties, everybody else, and if you think you can hide, let me tell you, every other participant, including May Thomas, including all the people who had their visas suspended, who had all these issues by association with the Mohammeds, all your names will come up for scrutiny. And you too can possibly face indictment to go answer before the United States justice system. So you're not free from that. Okay? Let's get it now. Wire fraud. Number one, wire fraud. That's about 20 years per count. How much count of wire fraud? Didn't say, but. And the sentences here includes the number of victims, the amount of money involved, and the sophistication of the scheme to commit wire fraud. It's about transferring money without proper channels. Money laundering, in other words. Mail fraud. So we have the maximum penalty for that per count is 20 years. 20 years. How many counts of mail fraud? We don't know. Communication. Number 3, conspiracy to commit fraud. Why do we still have this GCOM post-election 2020 case still happening? That's a typical example of conspiracy to commit fraud, what they're dealing with there. Because if the fraud had happened, we wouldn't have the Barrett Jagdeo River Bridge. We wouldn't have that. We would not have beautiful Guyana as it is. We would not have a dynamic economy. We wouldn't have none of that if the PNC people were successful in their conspiracy to commit fraud in the 2020 elections. But that case is still going on. I don't know what's the jail time for that. Yeah. Up to 20 years also. We have money laundering. $20 per count. Plus you can face fines up to 500,000 American dollars. And the sentencing is about the nature of the volume of the fraud. That determines fortitude. Number 5, fortitude provisions. Not necessarily prison sentence, but of course you can face seizure. They can come and seize your properties. They can seize a lot of stuff, confiscate your properties, and according to this article I'm reading, the United States, we didn't hear about this. I'm now seeing this. The United States already seized $5.3 million in gold bars from the Mohammeds in 2024. Why didn't these things come out in the elections? Seriously, I didn't know this. If I had known this, I would have been pressing and pounding on it every day. The US already seized from the Mohammeds 5.3 million US dollars last year, just about a year ago. They've already seized that. How many properties the Mohammeds have in Guyana that is valued 5 million US dollars? The house he live in? You have any idea what is 5 million US dollars? You have any idea what is that? You can practically build a whole street. You can build like 20 houses or more with that kind of money. They seized that last year. How many of you knew that? In gold bars. And they are targeting more assets. This is one of the penalties that the Mohammeds will face. OFAC, you know the OFAC thing? The American Overseas, organization that targets foreign assets, which means they can seize your asset in your country. They can come to your country and put a seize on your assets. They can take it. As long as your country is a signatory to that organization, they can come, they can pass a judgment in America. They can come to Guyana and seize your property. As long as your country is a signatory to that agency. So that's seized. And they're targeting more. So it means if the Guyana government don't act fast, President Ali, I need my cut of that money Mohammed should be paying. If your government and your legal department, the justice system, and the inland, the revenue department of Guyana, if you don't act fast, when this case is finished and the Mohammeds are held responsible or guilty on all charges, the Americans are going to start doing their collections. So them properties the Mohammeds have, the monies they have on the banks in Guyana, the Americans can put a freeze on that money and they can go get it. They can also put a hold on all the properties, they can go get it. What do you have for the country? How can you now do collections now? How can you now get the value for what they robbed the country? How? If the Americans get all the properties to compensate for the case or the judgment of the court, how does Guyana get their share? You have to get the case solved now, Guyana. Don't wait for the Americans finish their case. Finish the case in Guyana, and you now go and seize what needs to be seized. Recover the assets that were acquired under these questionable circumstances. Because if the Americans go, we have nothing to get. And you can't fight them. So we have just a breakdown. In the US federal system, since the judges now are not woke judges anymore, most of them, and they are subscribing towards the MAGA agenda, and Donald Trump is a no-nonsense man. He's against drugs. You see, the other day they bombed another boat, right? You saw that. It's 11 people, or 4 people. Anyway, that's how serious these people are. They don't care. The man is serious. He has no patience for crime or criminals. They have no patience for breaking the law, none whatsoever. They're going to get you wherever you are. And you are going to fraud the American government, rob the American taxpayers, use the people, and expect them to be lenient or go easy on you? No. So these judges who might be officiating the case, they could very well, because there would not have been an indictment if there weren't any credible evidence. If they didn't have the evidence to build a case, if they weren't certain that they would win the case, they wouldn't pursue it. One, sanctions wouldn't come down. It wouldn't be publicized. And definitely, these people will not be indicted. The only way an indictment comes is if the prosecution has enough evidence that they know without a doubt they have a case and they'll win the case. So regarding the Mohammeds, the justice system in America have all the evidence they need. Hence the indictment. They have everything. If they don't want to face public humiliation, I mean, they are facing that. The only recourse the Mohammeds have is to enter into a plea deal where they can be faced with lesser fines and lesser jail time. But they will be facing jail time. Maybe not 100 years, maybe lesser jail time and the chance to come out, earlier, probably when they're great-grandfathers, instead of 100, maybe 50 years. The point is, they would not have brought a case if they didn't have the evidence. The fact that they have the evidence and they presented that to the judge, then the judge summoned a grand jury that examined the facts and said, yes, go ahead with the indictment. The next move, when this is made official, they're going to get that to the Guyanese embassy. Then they're going to get it to the justice system in Guyana, then it's going to get to the Mohammeds via their lawyers. And they have two options. Right now, two options they have. Option one, surrender to the US Embassy and get shipped in handcuff to the United States federal prison and await a trial. That's option one. They voluntarily went in. That would be a point to consider in the whole sentencing proceedings. Option two, they can do what they do best, try to play it out in public, and thinking that their followers or those Negroes that blocked the GRA the other day can help them this time. And they can put up a fight and say it's, what they call it now? Because they don't want to swear in the brother as opposition leader, the Guyanese government is pushing the United States to get this man in jail because they don't want him as opposition leader. This is what they're spreading now. And they are going to use this to get those dumb Negroes, those dumb, stupid, pea-brain, imbeciles, fucking lowlights, hungry belly, to go out on the street and protest to protect the criminal, the Mohammed's family, father and son. They're going to try to pull that stunt, destabilize the country, create chaos, fightings, burnings, lootings. They are going to try that to avoid arrest. But their option two is if they refuse to go involuntary, Interpol has an office in Guyana. Interpol is right there. Interpol, along with the Guyana police force, will go to the Mohammed's mansion and arrest father and son. Then they would hand them over to Interpol because Guyana has an extradition treaty with the United States. They have it. They're going to extradite him to the United States. And that will be worst. That will be real, real bad for him. The best option he has right now is when they receive the official documentation about the indictment is to just go. Go. And count your blessings that you might have a chance to have a reduced sentence. Just go. You commit the crime. Last year they seized 5.3 million from you last year. This isn't something that is 20 years ago. This is from 2017. The people start to keep track of them. Look how long. They've been patiently waiting and you thought they weren't looking. They gather all the evidences they needed over the past, 8 years. Yeah. Go surrender yourself. I did tell you, appoint somebody else in your stead, not your sister. Appoint one of those other people from your party as opposition leader. Because if you don't appoint them, this is the next thing that will happen. If you, Azruddin Mohammed, don't appoint somebody else in your party to take that role right now as opposition leader, if you don't do that, and you are arrested and sent to the US with your father, the next point the government has is to disqualify the party. So all the people in win would be disqualified. Therefore, by default, the third runner-up takes the place of the opposition, which will be APNU. Maybe then Aubrey Norton might call the Campbell guy and say, hey, listen, I think I'm going to retain this opposition leader. Let them fight amongst themselves. But the point is, the party win can be disqualified. Elections or no elections, they can and will be disqualified. As long as this goes through and that man is arrested and they're shipped out, he can spend years fighting that case while in prison. You're going to put the government on hold, the country on hold, while a criminal fights his fate. This is the mistake GCOM made. This is the mistake GCOM made. And now because of that, if the government suspends the parliament or keep the parliament suspended, because if you're going to try to make chaos, if GCOM has to disqualify the win party or the parliament say, hey, we can't swear these people in, you think they're going to go on the street and protest? Yeah, the stupid ones will. They will do that. So to save the country from this kind of shitty thing again, it is better to keep the parliament like that until the next election. Keep it closed. We don't need a parliament for the next 5 years. Keep it suspended. It should be a consequence to the bad seed the guy, those scraps and scrapes sow in causing the win party to reach that level. That's a consequence of what you reap, you sow. What you sow, you reap. They sow the seed in win and they reap that. That's what they're reaping now. A man who, him and his father, could potentially face 100 years in federal prison. The life of the bridge right now, the Barajagde River Bridge, that's the lifespan they would spend in prison. 100 years from now, when they'll go back to inspect the bridge and say, hey, you've lasted 100 years, what do we do now? That's how long they'll be in prison. Well, the father is almost retired and the son is midway. So, of course, they wouldn't last that long. But this is what we're dealing with because decent folks were tricked by these online pundits, these lying thieves from the PNC were tricked to break their own organic PNC party and to support a drug dealer, a sanctioned individual who now can be the reason for violence and chaos in Guyana. He could be the reason for that. And the people who have nothing to lose, they have never done anything with their lives, invested anything in their lives. They would be willing to go out on the streets right now and say they're going to protest, they're going to burn stuff down, they're going to loot for Mohammed, the billionaire who robbed their taxes, who cheated the American system, who commit all these crimes. That's the man. Now they will be willing to go out for and die for. Because I hope, while we have a female Home Affairs Minister and women are supposed to be soft, I hope this one ain't soft. I hope this Waldron woman ain't soft. That if anything that is spewing, monitor this man's social media, monitor the social media, the platform of Win Party and Azruddin, monitor it. And if there's anything that is suggesting that he wants people to protest, go fucking arrest him. Don't wait for the Americans. Go and get him. Keep him there until when the Americans are ready for him, they come and take him. Anyone from the Win Party that is inciting or building up a platform to have a case to push people to go protest for this asshole, go and get them now. Don't wait for protests to start. Anybody who's on social media talking about, yeah, we need to fight, go and get them, arrest them. Now go and get them. Monitor their feed. You have a cyber department. Get them now. All that the government has done, all the work, all the effort that the police, the system has been investing in and try to bring. Look at yesterday. Look at last night. The ceremony there at the bridge. Look at the thousands of people there. All races, all races. I think there were more blacks than anybody else. You think they go there because of the bridge? They go there because they want to stand in solidarity with the president they elected. Massively elected. It was unity beyond your imagination. It was a beautiful sight, a beautiful sight. You want to fuck that up with some fucking niggas to go on the road and protest? You want to mess that up? You want to put that at risk? You want to put that at danger? Do you want to put that at danger? You want to break that? No, we want that to continue. We want that unity, that peace, that togetherness. Nobody was robbed. No violence. Nothing. It was peaceful, celebratory. Everybody was joyful and joyous and happy and enjoying and celebrating with the president. I want that to continue. You're going to allow them losers, those sore, terrible losers, to risk that? Fucking, you're serious? So anybody on social media or anywhere that is now pushing nonsense because they want to show some kind of solidarity or support to Azruddin Mohammed and his father, and they want to talk about the protests, I hope the justice system in Guyana, I hope you pursue these people fast. If, in as much as they say they're going to go and protest or burn stuff down for wind, go and get them. Don't wait. Don't risk that society. I talked about how the Americans have us on this travel ban thing and for their citizens. It is things like that that is causing the country to go on those travel advisory lists for these countries whenever all these unwarranted protests. Don't wait. Let the man go face his crimes. Let him go face his crimes. Don't swear him in. Leave the parliament as it is. Get this thing solved. And yes, all the members of WIN should be disqualified. The party should be disqualified. This is what they brought on the country. Don't swear them in. Block them from the parliament. Let the runner-up, the third runner-up, take the place as the opposition. So congratulations, PNC. Now you are the opposition party. Again, you are now the opposition party. All the people from WIN, they can cross over to you. They can do that. It's legal. They can abandon WIN and just go join the PNC because you're fucked. Seriously, people from WIN, you are fucked. You have a chance now. Well, I don't know if President Ali, because you're all sanctioned, so I don't know if he would want to take you, but I mean, I don't want you to take that toxic thing there. Now, just stay out. Don't go. Don't go to PPP. Don't go. Go to PNC. Go there. Take your seats there. 16 and 12 is how much? 28? 28 seats. Take there. But under the WIN. So please, keep the parliament suspended pending these cases. When the WIN people, when the people from WIN, father and son, when they are arrested, when they are extradited, which will be quick, I don't think it's a week. If they are arrested today, I think tomorrow they're gone. When they're out of the country, it means that everything is done, dissolved. So I want to see which Negro is going to go put their lives on the line to say they're going to go protest for Win, his sister, and the others. I want to see. I really want to see. I'm not the Home Affairs Minister, but I'm telling you now, any gathering with any sign that is related to Win or Azruddin Mohammed should be shut down immediately by any means necessary. If it's one person, arrest them because they are associated with a sanctioned man. Arrest them. So any group that is gathering together to say they're going to go and do any shit to that city or country, go after them, arrest them, and shut it down. They have done enough damage. They have done enough damage. Let the rest of us enjoy beautiful Guyana. Cross the bridge in peace. Your cousin Jagdeo, right? Now you're going to drive over Jagdeo's bridge. You hate Jagdeo? Then use the boat. Don't cross the river. Don't drive over the bridge. Use the boat. You hate Jagdeo, right? You can't help it. You're driving now over Barra Jagdeo River Bridge. So if you hate the man, drive past the bridge or use the boat to go over to the west coast. Don't use the bridge. Don't be a hypocrite. You should be loyal to your hatred. Be loyal to your hatred. So, dear Guyana, we have the best government, the best president, and we stand behind our president. Look what he has delivered. There are much more to come, much more to come. Sitaram. Om Shanti. Mahalo.